What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In this video, navigating through romantic relationships. So I actually got this comment from a friend of mine. I'm gonna put her channel somewhere around here. She's so sweet. Please go check her out. Go subscribe to her. Go show her some love. She's very, very sweet. And she talks about some real serious stuff. So go check her out. She asked me this question. Now, I have been sitting here contemplating, honestly, on where I should start the video, how I should start the video. So I'm just going to hop on into it. I wrote down your question on my notepad, but I don't have anything to read off of because I thought to myself, I'll just go based on what pops in my head, okay? So if I am understanding this question, navigating romantic relationship, I am in a relationship. I've been in a relationship for almost 6 years. In July of this year, it would make the 6-year mark. And it hasn't been easy. I don't know how long have you been, or how long were you with that previous relationship? Because my longest relationship is the relationship I am currently in right now. I've never experienced anything longer than 6 years. So if you've been with someone who's been more than the 6-year mark, I don't know if I can really help too much with that just because I haven't experienced anything longer than that. But if not, or even if just in relationship, just in general, maybe I should just go based on there. So navigating it has been very tricky, but at the same time, I don't regret anything. I don't regret any of my decisions that I've made because keep in mind, I made a lot of the decisions that him and I went through going through a relationship. And I understand with how you feel as though you don't know where you'd want to stand right now in life with someone. I completely understand. There are some days, honest to God, there are some days where I've always thought, like, am I doing this right? Like, is this supposed to be happening? 6 years is a long time to be with someone, especially if you've been through so much stuff with this person. Him and I, we went through hell and back. We've made it back through hell. And a lot of my other relationships, it wasn't really like that. So let me focus on the topic. So like navigating romantic relationships, just be yourself. I understand believing that there may be something mentally wrong with me or you or just in general. But when love comes, see, because I am a pansexual person, I do not believe, well, I guess if they just have, I heard that they just have LGB now. The QI and all the other letters are supposedly out of the picture, which is sad, but life moves on. I identify as a pansexual man, which means that I do not find attractiveness outside appearance, more internally with who you are, and if like your vibe matches my vibe, and if we just get along and love each other's company, that's where I get my attractiveness towards you. And it's hard for the person that I may be with who may not be the same beliefs that I have, because then they're always worried about everyone, because it's like a spectrum, like a whole spectrum of people, and I just love people for who they are, not really so much, and for not judging me, just loving me for who I am, because this is who I am. I don't want to change for anyone. you know? My previous relationships, am I getting off topic? Oh gosh, please. Oh, sorry. I'm kind of nervous just because this is like my first, I guess, official question from one of my friends. So it makes me a little nerve-wracking. So just please bear with me. Yeah, navigating. Just please, just be yourself. Just be yourself. And that's so easier said than done. I understand, because the black sheeps of the family, we don't think that we're good enough, or that we're too crazy for people, or we're too toxic for people. For a good 4 years of mine and his relationship, I always thought that we were just toxic. I was like, we're toxic. I just kept thinking so negative. Why am I thinking negative? He's the best thing, one of the best things that has happened to you. And now you're just trying to throw like negativity in it. For what? Because that's what you're used to? Because that's what you grew up with? No, because then it's just going to push y'all away from each other. Especially me, being a person who doesn't really have one category of people that I find attractive, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So I really had to sit back and think and be like, you know what? I may be toxic. I myself may be toxic. I may think that I'm this negative Nancy person, but so many compliments I get from people, whether it's online, whether it's in person, like, you are so sweet. And you know what? I enjoy being sweet. I love being sweet. That's the thing. I love being sweet. But I do have my toxicity traits, and that is something that I doubt will ever leave, just because it's, I don't know really so much of if I adapted to it, but I definitely, I love who I am. I love who I am, and I love my toxic traits. And if you can't love me for my worst, then you don't deserve to be with me for my best, right? Yeah. So answering the question on not being able to move past an ex-lover, it took me 4 to 5 years in total to actually move past my first love. And that was back when I was 19 years old. I'm almost 29. So it took me a long time. And it took me moving from where I was staying at, like near that person's area, in the town. I'm in a whole different city. I'm in a whole different town. I don't have things throughout my day to really remind me of this person. And if I do, then I sit back and think, and I'm like, well, you're not there anymore. You have to move on. Eventually, I feel like we're never going to forget our first true love, whatever true love is, right? I feel like we're never going to forget it. And if we're really talking about true love, I think I might have been like 17, about 17, 18 when I really felt intrigued by someone. And even as of today, there'll still be thoughts that pop in my head. And Facebook is a thing. So it's like, if you get on Facebook and you see all the people that you went to high school with or college with, or, the army or whatever, and you're just like, dang, I remember all those good times. There's always those good times it's going to be with you. It's going to stick with you. But actually getting past that relationship you have to ask yourself, like, do you really think that it's going to be something in the future? If you, in your heart, feel like it may be, it might be. But you also don't want to sit and just like let time pass and you missing out on an opportunity of a lifetime. So, excuse me. If I had any type of advice to give for navigating romantic relations, and when I think of like romantic relationships, it means like romantically, right? Not really so much friendship, nothing, just a romantic relationship. Um, we all have our wants and needs, and like I said, 6 years is a long time. We sleep in okay, so we have two separate bedrooms, but for the most part, we do sleep together, him and I do. So yeah, him and I, we do sleep together, but since we do have separate rooms, there could be times where maybe we just don't see eye to eye in certain situations, and it will eventually cause a semi argument, and what are we supposed to do? Just like sit and just like look at each other and just be awkward about it? I would excuse myself and just go to my room and just be in my room for not long, 10 minutes, 10, 20 minutes. Not long, just because the longer that I wait, the more his mind is going to play tricks on him, and then he's going to want to give up, kind of. So you don't really want to wait too long to actually like come back out and talk to your person. Another thing is when I had like that taste of being in love or falling for someone. See, because I fall hard. That's the thing about me. I fall hard. When I start falling in love with someone, I fall hard, and I'm secure with you. But I have a big spectrum of people, and I've only really felt how I do with my current partner. I only felt like this for one other person, and that's the person that may sometimes pop in my head. And it's funny because him and I, we actually talked about this the other day, and he was saying how his first ever love, kept popping in his head. And we were just like, I wonder why. Like, he's still in the town with his first love. He's still living in the town. That's gotta be weird. I can't really answer that just because I can't really answer that. But I'm not nowhere near the person that I first once loved. And so yeah, if we're gonna navigate, if we're gonna navigate, oh my gosh, I cannot speak. Navigate. It is navigate. Navigate. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. If we're gonna navigate through romantic relationships, just be yourself. That is honestly the biggest advice I can honestly give. There is going to be someone out there who is going to love you for who you are. And I never thought that would be possible, just because we know how we are. Toxic or not, we have our we have our amazing personality traits. We're nice, we're creative, we're free spirited, you know, or as we feel like we are. And some people may bring that out of us, but we try to keep our guards up too. Um, I just want you to be yourself and do not apologize for who you are. I suffer with a lot of anxiety. I suffer with a lot of depression. I suffer with a lot of PTSD. I'm ADHD. I'm pretty sure, I don't know yet, haven't been diagnosed with this, but I'm maybe 95% sure that I may suffer from a little bit of schizophrenia too. I talk to myself all the time. I could be doing the dishes one day and I just like sit there and talk to myself. It's like it relieves a lot of the thoughts that I may be thinking, and our minds are so powerful that it's like a light switch. We can switch the light switch on and think about positive things, or we can dimming our lights, and once it's completely out, oh no, what have we done? You know, we have to navigate to try to find that light that we once had. And I don't know how y'all's previous relationships were, but there's a reason why, you know, we're not with that person anymore. And maybe we were toxic with that person. Like I said, I've been in love one other time and we were toxic. This was physical and this was mental, but I stayed with this person for almost 2 years. So that is 2 years of my life that I will never get back. And I don't want to blame this person for why I am no longer in college, but they do play a big role in it, as well as myself. I have complete blame over myself because it's my fault for not really doing what was asked for me to do going to school, and that's why I got kicked out. Grades. So, but I never changed. The only thing I've really changed with myself since being with that person is just age. I'm older now. I now know fully what I want and what I do deserve, and I feel like I'm still kind of figuring that out, but for the most part, I do know what I deserve and what I do want. And maybe this relationship I am in right now is something that I know that I deserve and that I want. But we're growing together too. Like, you definitely want to grow with that person, because especially if both of y'all have come from really toxic environments your whole life and growing up with toxicity, like, I mean, that's going to stick with you for a long time. But we've helped each other come over that and overcome it. And also negative people that we have surrounded ourselves with. Oh my gosh, like I cannot tell you guys how many times we have put so many negative people into our life, into our relationship. It's never just been him and I like it is now. Right now is the first time that we've actually been just him and I. You know what I mean? There was one time where we were living in these efficiencies. We were paying hundreds of dollars a week, and we were doing that for a few months, and that was like the first freedom that we ever had together. But it was so stressful, and there were still people messaging us that was bringing us down, and we just we had to get over that. We had to get past that. So we overcame it, and now we're in a beautiful apartment together with our two babies, and I couldn't have asked for anything else. I'm finally happy, and I still do have toxic personality traits. I do. I'm not giddity, or I'm not gippity gip. I'm not positive all the time. There ain't no way. I doubt that there's one person in this world who is positive 24/7. And if you are, get out my face. I don't want, yeah, not like that, but you know what I mean. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. I know how loneliness feels, because even in a relationship you can sometimes be lonely, but that person or those people, depending on what your beliefs are, they will come into your life. They will come into your life and they will treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. And they will love each and every single part of you, through your toxicity, to your artistry, to your positivity. Did I say that? To your negativity, everything. So try not to worry too much about having that secured person, and just let them come to you. I never went looking for him. Him and I, if y'all want, I can make a story how we met, but I never went out looking for him. He kind of just like came to me, and I kind of just like came to him. So if you like a story about that, let me know in the comments. But I really hope that this video answered your question. I'm really, really, really bad at, like, I think I said this in my old video. When I read that question, navigating romantic relationships, I had to definitely look online and be like, what does that mean? And I believe it just means like, how do I continue to stay with someone even for all my flaws and stuff? He doesn't judge me, he loves me, he works with me, he helps me. He is that best friend slash that family slash partner that I needed. I may have wanted it, but it's like, I needed it. And now that I have it, what am I willing to do to work on myself to keep this relationship from failing? Because I don't want it to fail. I do not want it to fail. No one does. Obviously, life will throw you some bullets, but it's up to you whether you dodge them or not, or you just stand there and let them hit you and not do anything about it. So I have all hopes and beliefs that everything will come to you when it's time to come to you. So don't worry too much about that. But I guess that's it. I really hope that I answered your question. If I didn't, let me know. And if I did, let me know. And if you like this video, leave it a like, thumbs it up. It help your boy out. I am on the road to my 1K. You guys, we are almost there. We are at 600 now. If you don't know, I do have... I had made a poster that is my new setup for my room, and I have all of y'all's YouTube channel names on it. I still have another 100, maybe 150 to go, but I promise I will get those in there. It's something that I'm doing for myself because it has truly... it's been an honor and a blessing that I could be sitting here talking to all of you guys around the world. Like, this is a beautiful thing. And I thank you for even just taking the chance. We are hitting our 6-month mark, I believe. So I've officially been on YouTube for 6 months, and it has been some of the best 6 months, if not the best 6 months of my life. So I'm willing to continue to keep going for you guys, for myself, for my nieces, for my nephew. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know any other comments that you'd like. Leave them down below. I definitely read each and every single comment, even the negative ones. I do read the negative ones, but it's okay. We're not talking about the negativity right now, but do not let the negative get to you, any of you guys. So anyways, okay, well, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.